The intention of this practice is to help you recognize your Manomaya Kosha. This is the third kosha of 5 and is surrounded by your physical and energetic body. The Manomaya Kosha is your thinking body. Recognizing this kosha helps you better deal with your thoughts, emotions, and limiting beliefs. To begin your practice, choose a position that allows you to feel the most grounded, whether that's seated or lying down, whatever is most comfortable to you. To get centered with breath, we're going to do a 4-6-8 ratio breath. So you'll take a 4 count inhale, a 6 count hold at the top, and an 8 count open mouth exhale as you're saying ah on the exhale. This breath work is designed to focus the mind. When you make your attention on the sound that you're making on the exhale, it brings your focus outside of the body rather than in the mind and in the thoughts. All right, let's get started. Take an inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it at the top for 6, 3, 4, 5, 6. Open mouth exhale for 8. Inhale for a count of 4. Hold at the top of the inhale. Open mouth exhale. Inhale, count of 4. Hold for 6. Open mouth exhale for 8. Inhale for 4. Hold for 6. Exhale for 8. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Release this controlled breathing and take a fresh breath in as you sweep your arms above your head. Connect the palms at the top and exhale. Bring your hands down to your heart center. From here, find your way in a tabletop position, aligning your wrists under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. Take a breath in and exhale your hips up and back for Adho Mukha Shavasana or downward facing dog. Take any movement you would like here to help you warm up your hamstrings. Maybe shake the head to warm up the neck and the spine. Play around with sliding the shoulders forward and backwards to find a position that feels most stable to you. Maybe sway your hips side to side. As you move in your downward facing dog, stay connected with a mindful and conscious breath. Take a breath in to look between your hands and exhale. Walk your feet to meet your hands at the top of the mat, coming into a forward fold. Breath in, take a halfway lift to find length in your spine. Exhale, melt into your fold. Bend in the knees as much as you need and keep the legs strong and activated so that the upper body can find release. Maybe take opposite elbows to sway side to side, or gently pull your neck towards the ground to create space between the vertebrae. Feel everything spill out of your head negative thoughts that don't serve you. On your next breath in, press down through your feet and sweep your arms above your head. Tadasana, mountain pose. Clasp your hands at the top with your pointer fingers free. Take a breath in to lengthen in the spine. Exhale, tilt over to the right side. Inhale to back off slightly, and exhale, see if you can side bend a bit deeper. Breath in to center. Exhale over to the left side. Inhale, back off. Exhale to deepen. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, hinge at the hips to fold forward. Breath in to lift halfway. Exhale, plant your hands and step your left foot back. Lower the knee to the mat for low lunge. Bring your hands to your hips. Find some movement in the pelvis by wiggling your hips side to side and tilting the pelvis forward and backwards to find a neutral position that feels best in your body. On a breath in, raise the arms above the head. Exhale, soften the shoulders onto the back. Breath in, and exhale, plant your hands to the mat and encourage your right foot to the outside of your hand placement to find a stretch in your left hip flexor. Reach the crown of the head towards the front of the room as you pull your hips away from your center. We're going to bring our right foot behind us now so that both knees are grounded. Inhale. Exhale, lower your chest to the mat, keeping your hips raised up for an inchworm. Inhale, press down through the hands, bring the hips to the mat for cobra pose. Exhale, tuck your toes, raise your hips up and back for downward facing dog. Take a breath in to look between your hands. Exhale, travel to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, step your right foot back, lower the knee down. Inhale, raise the torso up, bring the hands to the hips. Find some movement in the pelvis once again. Slowly softening into the pose. Breath in to lengthen the arms above the head. Exhale, invite softness. Breath in to lengthen in the spine. Exhale, plant your hands to frame your foot, and then encourage your left foot to the outside of your hand placement. Create a long line from the crown of the head to the tailbone. Feel a stretch in your right hip flexor. To bring your left foot behind you, you can walk it out a bit more to the side, and then bring your knees together. Take a breath in. Exhale, lower the chest to the mat, hips are raised. Inhale, soften the hips to the mat as you peel your chest up for cobra pose. Exhale, melt back into downward facing dog. Take a breath in to look between your hands, and exhale, jump or walk to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, mountain pose. Exhale, cactus the arms, back bend. Inhale, draw the line back up. Exhale, fold forward. Breath in for a halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back, high plank, lower from high to low plank. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to get a bit more energized to help burn through what doesn't serve us. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, jump or walk to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms above your head. Take a back bend at the top. And on an exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, plant your hands, step or jump the feet back, lower from high to low plank. Inhale, broaden in the chest, soften the shoulders down. Exhale, downward facing dog. Sun salutation B, inhale, raise your right leg up. Exhale, step it through. Warrior one feet, inhale, raise the arms up. Reach the top of the inhale, and when you're ready to exhale, plant the hands. Step your right foot back, lower, halfway, or all the way down to the mat. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, raise your left leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, warrior one, stretch the breath. Exhale, plant the hands, step your left foot back, take your chaturanga, or you can meet in downward facing dog. Inhale for up dog. Exhale for down dog. Take 5 deep breaths here. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, empty out completely. Bring a bend in your knees, get light in your step, and hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise the arms above the head. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, re-lengthen in the back body. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift to lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back, move through your flow, or meet in downward facing dog. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. Once you find yourself in downward facing dog, on a breath in, raise your right leg up. Exhale your right knee to your left elbow. Inhale, re-lengthen, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to the outside of your right elbow. Inhale, send it long. Exhale, knee towards your chest, scoop up to cap the back, and then step the foot between the hands. Keep the left foot away from the mat for high crescent lunge, and then raise your torso up. Bring your hands to your hips and track your left shoulder forward and your right shoulder back to align the hips to the front of the mat. Keep your hips just as they are, and then encourage your left shoulder back so that your torso is facing forward. Find some movement in the pelvis once again to help you settle into the pose. If you tuck your pelvis under, you'll feel a greater stretch in your hip flexor. When you feel stable, reach the arms above the head on a breath in. Stay for the exhale. Breath in. Exhale, plant your hands, step your right foot back, lower from high to low plank. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Breath in, raise your left leg up. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale. Exhale, knee to your chest, scoop it up to step your foot between your hands. Right heel stays elevated away from the mat, and then raise your torso up. Bring your hands to your hips once again. Encourage your left shoulder to track back, twisting at the torso to help you center your hips. And then from here, align your chest to face back to the center, keeping your hips just as they are. Create more slack in your right knee. Tuck the tailbone down, and then re-lengthen in your right leg. Take a breath in to reach the arms above the head. Inhale here. Exhale, plant your hands, step your left foot back, lower into chaturanga or all the way down to the mat. Breath in, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, journey to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, collect your hands at heart center. Bring your hands to your hips and step your left foot back to set up for pyramid pose. Allow your right shoulder to track back so that you can center the hips, and then realign your chest to face the front. Breath in, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, fold halfway. Create a micro bend in your right knee. Take another breath in, and then exhale, fold over your leg or stay as you are. We're going to take dynamic low lunge to pyramid pose. On the inhale, lower your left knee down to the ground. You may need to adjust your stance. Raise the arms above the head, and exhale, straighten your legs. Encourage your chest towards your right leg. Move through these two postures. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, pyramid. Take this as slow or as fast as you would like, and just be a witness to the rhythm of your breath, the rhythm of your body. Inhale, find yourself in a low lunge. Exhale, plant your hands down. Encourage your right foot to the outside of the mat so that you can bring it behind you, coming onto your knees. Lower your chest into the mat, hips raised up for your inchworm. Inhale, press the mat away from you. Bring your gaze to the ceiling. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look between the hands. Exhale, jump or walk to the top of the mat. Breath in, halfway lift. Exhale, spill it out, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, mountain pose. Exhale, collect the hands at heart center. Bring your hands to your hips and step your right foot back this time, setting up for pyramid pose. Twist at the waist, encouraging your left shoulder and your left hip back, and then realign your torso to face forward. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold to the horizon, micro bend in the left knee. Take a breath in, and then exhale to deepen your pose. Breath in, lower your right knee to the mat, sweep the arms above the head, low lunge. Exhale, plant your hands to the mat, straighten both legs for pyramid pose. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, pyramid. Keep moving through these two postures to the pace of your breath. Finish one more cycle of a low lunge and then pyramid pose. Lower your right knee down, sweep your arms up, low lunge. Exhale, plant your hands. Encourage your left foot to the outside of the mat so that you can bring the left leg back to meet the right. Breath in. Exhale, bend in the elbows, chest to the mat, hips to the ceiling. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a cleansing breath deep in through the nose and open mouth exhale. Reclaim the breath, get re-centered in your mind. Our next flow works on testing our balance, so I encourage you to grab a block or maybe bring your mat to a wall if you're still working on your balance and think that you may need one. On an inhale, raise your right leg up for three-legged dog. Exhale, knee towards nose, cap the back to step the foot. Left heel is elevated for high crescent lunge. Raise the arms above the head. Exhale, soften in the upper body. Tilt your torso forward to reach the arms, coming onto the ball mound of your left foot. Stay here if you're working on your balance, or choose to pick up the foot, coming into warrior 3, aligning your legs and arms to the horizon. Stay for a breath. Inhale, encourage your knee to come in front of the body for stork pose. Collect your hands at your heart center to collect your mind and your balance. Take a breath in. Exhale, encourage your left foot back, coming into warrior 3 once again. Clasp your hands, pointer fingers free, extend the arms straight out in front of you, one long line from the tip of your fingers all the way to your heel. Keep the foot flexed. Inhale, encourage the left foot in front of you, leg is straight, extended out. Breath here. Exhale, come back into warrior 3. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. Take a breath in. And then exhale, release everything down, coming into a forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back, move through a flow, or meet in downward facing dog. Once you've found yourself in downward facing dog, take a breath in to raise your left leg up for three-legged dog. Exhale, send the foot through between your hands. Inhale, rise up to high crescent lunge. Right heel is lifted. Stay for the exhale. Encourage your torso to tilt at a diagonal, bringing more weight into your left foot, less weight into your right foot, and maybe you pick the foot up for warrior 3. Breath in to bend in your right knee for stork pose, hands come to heart center. Soften your gaze. Encourage your right leg back, coming into warrior 3. Keep a flexed foot. Clasp your hands, pointer fingers free, and then extend the arms out in front of you. Keeping your right leg straight, inhale, encourage the right leg to travel in front of the body. Pull up through the hands to lengthen in the back body, shoulders come down. Exhale, back into warrior 3. Breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let it go. Make your way into child's pose with your knees as wide as the mat, big toes touching. Reach your arms forward as you sink your hips back over your heels. Wiggle around in the hips to find comfort in this pose. From here, bring your awareness to your breath to loosen the knots in your psyche. When we change the way we think, we change the way we feel, which changes our behavior. Allow yourself to let go of the physical sensations of the pose, to tune into the activity of the mind. Start to make your way into downward facing dog. On your next breath in, raise your right leg up for three-legged dog, and exhale, step the foot between your hands. Lower your left knee down. Bring your hands to your hips. The remainder of this practice will aid in slowing down the mind by assimilating the space we've created with conscious breath. Lengthen in your right leg, but keep your toes grounded in the mat to find a stretch in the top of your right foot. What does the breath look like? Where can you soften in your body? Bend in the right knee and walk your hands to frame your foot. From here, heel toe the right foot to the long edge of the mat for lizard pose. Sink your hips into the mat and allow your right knee to fall out to the right side of the mat. If you would like some more sensation, you can lower down onto your forearms or keep the toes untucked but lift in the knee. Should feel a stretch in your left hip flexor as well as your right hip. Bring your torso up and your hands to your hips to find a twist. Bring your left hand to the outside of your right knee and your right hand to the back of your right leg. Unwind. Bring your hands to the mat to frame your foot. Walk your right foot further out to the side and then bring it behind you to meet your left leg. Inhale. Exhale, lower your chest to the mat for inchworm. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up for three-legged dog. Exhale, knee towards your nose. Step the foot between your hands. Lower the right knee. Lengthen your left leg. Keep the toes grounded to the mat to feel a stretch in the top of your left foot. Bring a bend in your left knee and heel toe your left foot to the outside of your hand placement. Allow the hips to sink deeply into the mat, and the left knee can fall out to the left side. Return the weight back into your hands if it isn't already, and then raise your torso up to find a twist. Bring your right hand to the outside of your left knee and your left hand to the back of your left leg. On a breath in, lengthen the crown of the head towards the ceiling, and exhale to find your twist. Inhale to look forward and unwind. Exhale, plant your hands down to the mat. Encourage your left leg to travel behind you. Inhale. Exhale, inchworm, chest down to the mat, hips are raised. Breath in to press the mat away from you, broaden in your chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. The following poses will help to stimulate your apana vayu. Vayu in Sanskrit translate as wind, and the apana vayu helps to direct mental and physical elimination in a descending or down and out direction. These poses will help to release negative energy, destructive thoughts, and physical toxins. In the same way that we must carefully mind what we take into our bodies and mind, we must equally cultivate the proper release of energy from our being. From here, make your way into a seated posture in the middle of your mat. Bring your legs out long in front of you. Active legs, flexed feet. Place the hands beside your hips. Spread your fingertips wide and press down through the palms to lengthen your spine up towards the ceiling. Breathe here. To take a forward fold, bend in your left leg and either place it to the inside of the right thigh or cross it over. Clasp your hands underneath your right knee or thigh. Take a breath in to lengthen and exhale, fold over your leg. Try to maintain a flexed right foot as the Apanavayu is better stimulated when there is activation in the legs. On a breath in, release the pose and bend both of your knees, bringing your feet placed by your left hip. To take a twist, bring your left hand to the outside of your right knee and your right hand behind you. Inhale to lengthen and exhale, twist, bringing your gaze behind your right shoulder. Inhale, look forward, and exhale, unwind. Re-lengthen your legs in front of you for a forward fold on the left side. Bend in your right knee, bringing the right foot to the inside of your leg or crossing it over. And then clasp your hands underneath your left knee. Inhale to lengthen in the spine. Exhale to find your fold. Keeping the Apanavayu in mind, focus on the engagement of your lower belly. On the inhale, feel your belly expand into your thigh. And on the exhale, notice it contract towards your belly button. Start to release your fold and bend in both knees, bringing your feet towards your right hip. For a twist, bring your left arm behind you and your right arm to the outside of your left knee. Bring your gaze behind your left shoulder as you twist on the exhale. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, unwind. Make your way onto your belly for locust pose. Bring your arms by your hips with your palms facing the mat. Press the tops of the feet firmly into the mat to feel the knees lift so that there is activation in the legs. See if you can knit your ribs together to activate the core, which will help stabilize your spine. On a breath in, hover your lower body off of the mat. Exhale, see if you can lift it a bit higher. Breath in, hover your upper body off of the mat. Hands, chest, knees, legs. Exhale, release everything. Slow down the breath and allow the body to melt into the mat. Our next locust pose, we're going to take the upper body first and then the lower body. Activate the lower body in the core to get ready, and then inhale, hover the chest, hands, stay for the exhale. Inhale, hover the lower body. Keep taking deep breaths. One last breath, and then release down on the exhale. Feel free to wiggle the hips side to side or windshield wiper your ankles from left to right. Help release the lower back. Release the body with breath. When you're ready, make your way into a seated position. We're going to work on opening the hips to prepare for seated meditation so that we can better recognize our thoughts and emotions. For the first posture, make your shins parallel to one edge of your mat to create a 90-degree angle with your knee. Try to achieve stacking one ankle on top of the other knee. Place all your fingertips to touch and then rest your wrists over your shins to lightly encourage the knees to touch. It's okay if there's a lot of space between your top knee and your bottom ankle. Try to keep your feet flexed. From here, grab whichever leg is on top and cradle your shin in your arms, kind of like a baby, and just start to rock it side to side to loosen up in your hips. Stay connected with your breath so that you're creating mindful movement. From here, bring that leg behind you to create a Z with your legs. And then from here, walk your hands out in front of you as far as is comfortable. You will feel a stretch in the glute and the inside of the thigh of whichever leg is in front. Take deep breaths to help you feel more easeful in the pose. Slowly start to walk your hands back towards your center. Bring both legs in front of you and then switch it so that you have the other leg underneath now, and we're going to stack our shins once again. So whichever leg was behind you in the previous pose will be the leg that's underneath. Place all of your fingertips to touch and then soften your wrists towards your shins, just applying light pressure to encourage the knees to touch. Grab your top shin and cradle it into your arms. Rock your leg side to side to open up in this hip. When you feel satisfied with that, take the leg that's in your arms and place it behind you to create a Z with your legs. Inhale to lengthen the spine towards the ceiling, and exhale to walk your hands out in front of you to fold over your front leg. We store a lot of our emotions in our hips. So as you are in this hip opener, tune into what emotions may be coming up. Emotions can act like a guidance system to help us stay aligned with our purpose, because often when you have unwanted emotions, you feel out of alignment. So you can use your emotions to help keep you guided on your course. Slowly start to come out of this pose, and then bring the bottoms of your feet to touch for bound angle pose. Grab your feet and press your sit bones deeply into the mat so that you can lift your head towards the ceiling, creating a straight spine. Choose to stay in this pose just as you are, or fold forward for a little bit more sensation. Release this pose and cross your legs however you intuitively do to prepare for our seated meditation. You can place one leg on top of the other, or you can take half lotus by placing one foot on top of the thigh, or full lotus by crossing both ankles over your thighs. We are now going to do Kapalabhati Pranayama, which is a cleansing and balancing breath. It uses a passive inhale and an active exhale. On the exhale, your belly will suck in towards your spine, and then it will fall back out on the passive inhale. Feel free to place one hand on your belly if it helps you achieve this better. Take a deep breath in, exhale, send it out. Release that deep breath in, deep breath out. Take one more round, inhale, exhale. Release that deep breath in. Exhale, let it out. Inhale, sweep your arms above your head, touch your palms at the top. Exhale, bring your thumbs down to your forehead center. Allow them to slide down the nose, down the lips, and then finally collect at your heart center. Imagine the color green where your thumb knuckles touch your sternum. Move your thumbs in a circular motion, growing this green light even bigger. Connect to your heart chakra and the compassion that we all inherently have within us, so that you can show compassion for this world and for yourself. Gently place your hands on your knees, palms facing up or down. Maybe take a Gyan Mudra by placing the tip of your pointer and thumb fingers together. Feel your breath start to slow down. Focus on the gentle rise and fall of your belly, and use this as an anchor to your awareness as your breath becomes more and more subtle. As thoughts try to enter into your experience, bring your awareness back to your anchor, which is the breath that helps keep you in the present moment. You may also choose to use a mantra as an anchor, such as Sat, Chit, Ananda, which means existence, consciousness, bliss. Sat, Chit, Ananda. Come back to the breath as your guide. and keep repeating to yourself, Sat, Chit, Ananda. Sat, Chit, Ananda. Gently pull yourself back to your essence in this moment. Rejoice in this present moment awareness. Bring your awareness back into your physical surroundings, or maybe you never left. Inhale, sweep your arms above your head, connect the palms at the top. Exhale, bring your hands down to heart center. Start to rub your hands together to create some friction and heat between the hands. Build this energy between the palms, and then place the hands over the eyes. Access this purity and mental clarity within you to help you to respond to your life in a mindful, fresh way. Release your hands, placing them on your knees. Imagine a brilliant white light emanating from all of your cells. Send this white light to those around you, and then send it to all other beings on this planet so that we can all shine from the same light. Namaste.